Hello, my name is Luke. I'm 30. I have a spinal cord injury, C6, 7. Purpose of this video is to compare notes, compare routines. I'd really like to hear from people with similar injuries. Having a spinal cord injury, if you know, you know. Sometime in the middle of 2019, I ended up jumping off a boat and running aground into shallow water while I was on a vacation on a lake, and ended up just obliterating or destroying my C6, C7. I got floppy hands. One funny thing about me is I have my triceps full function, I do believe, but I can't feel them. And I don't have the greatest routine, you know. Within the last year or two, I've really cleaned up my diet and tried to keep moving and stay active, keep my blood flowing. So yeah, I try to do some intermittent fasting. Well, let's say from like 10 to 5 is when I try to eat, although that's really not too consistent. Lots of protein, meat, try to get a lot of vegetables in. I've cut out most carbs. I still ingest sugar with fruits and some sweets here and there, but I'm the skinniest I've been in a while, and I may be 200 or under 200, and I'm 5'10". So yeah, I know diet and exercise is very important. One thing that's been troublesome is gas. And, you know, I'm not like farting all the time, but I feel like as soon as I get up and start moving around, gas just gets trapped in my stomach or intestines just from breathing. I know that I was on some kind of medication at the beginning of my injury when I was in the hospital and a little bit out of the hospital, but I'm the kind of person that I don't even like taking ibuprofen or Advil, you know, so anything out of a yellow bottle, I just don't want it. But I have been considering trying to get back on it. I'm not sure what it is. Some other, you know, people that have spinal cord injuries will probably know. There's different medications out there for it to control the buildup of gas and, you know, help with indigestion and things of that nature. Let's see. One interesting thing, or another interesting thing about me, is I have something called heterotopic ossification, or HO for short. I am going to do another video on that and try and include the CT scan. It's pretty interesting, to say the least. And that hinders a lot of mobility in my hips. It's worse on the left hip. I think what I need to end up doing is just get into a routine where I wake up at like 6 or 7 in the morning, because, you know, dragging around your paralyzed body ain't no joke. It takes a while to get going and get moving. Let's see, temperature swings affect me. Too hot, too cold, changing dramatically fast. Although I do have a bit of a delay. Usually it takes a day for my body to realize what's going on. So I live in Southwest Florida. It could be, you know, hot and a cold front comes in, and the day of the cold front I might feel kind of but after the first day, the next morning I feel like total garbage. And I've heard that's pretty that's pretty common with spinal cord injuries. I mean, most people, to be honest with you, because a lot of people complain about joint pains and aches when living up north and things of that nature. That's why a lot of people move down here. Snowbirds. So, yeah, I'm curious to know what your routine is and how you just get moving and stay moving. Because there are some days where I just stay in bed most of the day and I feel like crap. And sure, we get those days, right? But how do I lessen that? Um, I Let me see. Try to take you through my kind of normal routine as of late. Huh. Well, how about today? Today, I ended up getting up and moving, like in my chair around like 10 or so, and it was good. My sleeping schedule isn't great. Last night I didn't get much sleep, but I ended up waking up around 9 and getting up and moving around 10, so that was okay. And then I drank coffee, some tea, and had some fruits around like 11:30. So they say black coffee, no calories, it's okay for drinking when you're fasting. And I do have realized that when I drink some coffee and eat some fruits in the morning, the sugar helps me get going and the caffeine helps me get going. I just have to work on doing that consistently. And yeah, don't eat too late. I do fast like 1 or 2 days. Well, lately I've been fasting every Sunday, every other Sunday. Sometimes I'll fast 2 days in a month. It's not real consistent right now. Um, so yeah, what's your diet like? And has anybody got on CMOS? I've seen a couple posts about that and talked to one person. He thinks it helps greatly. I think it does, but as I'm taking the CMOS and working on my health and fitness and staying active more regularly, it all compounds. So I'm always kind of skeptical about most things, but I think it does good. And I've pretty much stopped taking a bunch of my vitamins and minerals. I swear I take like at least, or used to take at least 10 oregano oil, multivitamins, vitamin C, B complex, and just a bunch of other things. But lately, it's been mud water um, with honey and sea moss gel. And maybe I'll add some other stuff in there like slippery elm powder and collagen or whatever I got laying around I feel like. So yeah, I'd love to get on the phone and talk to some of you, maybe even video chat, and compare notes, compare routines, see what works for you. Thanks. Just some additional information. It's Monday, December 16th at around 1:15 p.m. And I went and pushed around the block earlier, which, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile. Just now, I went 1.3 miles, and it took me about 50 minutes. I was taking my time, stopping in the shade, drinking water, and spraying myself with a spray bottle. If you know, you know. All right? Gotta stay cool, because most of us don't sweat. And typically, I'll try to go for, a push around the block or something for a quarter mile to maybe a mile and a half. 1.3 miles probably. I don't know about a mile and a half. And it helps. Oh, I also have a super pubic. And I thought it would flow more, but it's still kind of the same. I gotta lay down or work out and get my blood pumping, and then my body will end up processing. I think it's pretty normal. I don't know if you guys take medication or if you're different, but yeah, I think most of us, when you lay down and relax, especially after activity, you your body tends to drain. What else can I tell you? I don't know. Feel free to reach out, leave a comment. Reach out though. Alright, it's 2:26 p.m. I'm in the standing frame. I don't do this as often as I should. And I just ate while standing in the standing frame, so blood pressure is, I can feel it. It's like low, and my body's fighting to bring it up. I'm not gonna pass out. I don't really have an issue with passing out. Usually, yeah, usually if you have blood pressure issues, and then you guys with spinal cord injuries will know, you'll learn to feel it out. So, yeah. I'm curious about that as well. How does your blood pressure affect you? Is it generally low in the morning? Some of you, are you on medication? Do you just get up and you're fine? 6:18 p.m. Just left the gym. I was in the standing frame for about 30-45 minutes, and then I laid down for like 45 minutes to an hour. Probably pissed like a quart, 3/4 of a quart. I have a adjustable bed frame, so you can move the headrest up and move the feet up. A lot of times I'll get in there if I'm not feeling good or my blood pressure feels low, and I will elevate my feet and lay there for, it really works if you lay there at least an hour. That just helps my body drain, and by that I mean I pee a lot. So I was at the gym for 30-45 minutes. I was on the arm bike for like 5 to 10, and I did a lot of push and pull exercises on the cable machine. And now I'm back. It's late. I don't want to eat this late, but I'm going to because, food, sustenance.